Hello, coin enthusiasts and curious collectors. Welcome back to your go-to channel for all things numismatic. Today, we're diving into the fascinating history, design, and circulated value of the 2002 Jefferson nickel. You have one of these coins in your collection, or perhaps rattling around in your pocket. You might be wondering, is it worth more than 5 cents? Let's find out. The Jefferson nickel has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1938. Named after America's third president, Thomas Jefferson. The design we're looking at today, from 2002, reversed created by Felix Schlag. But first, let's talk about the details of this specific coin. On the obverse, we see the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson, facing left. This design, also by Schlag, had been used for decades before receiving a minor facelift in 2006. The reverse showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous home, with its elegant dome and iconic pillars. In its place, what makes the 2002 Jefferson nickel special? While it's not considered a rare coin, it's a fascinating piece of history from the early 2000s. Mint marked to the right of Monticello on the reverse, here's a quick breakdown of the production numbers. Philadelphia Mint, approximately 688 million coins. Denver Mint, approximately 647 million coins. With nearly 1.3 billion coins minted, the 2002 Jefferson nickel is very common. But even common coins can hold surprises. When it comes to circulated coins, condition is everything. A heavily worn 2002 Jefferson nickel is generally only worth its face value, 5 cents. However, coins in better condition, especially those graded as uncirculated or mint state by professionals, can fetch higher prices. Let's talk circulated values. These can range from 50 cents to collectors. These can range from 50 cents to $1 depending on their grade. Now, errors and varieties can add significant value. Keep an eye out for these potential treasures. These are coins where the design is visibly misaligned. Imperfections in the coin surface can be highly collectible. On the reverse, collectors value coins with clearly defined steps on Monticello. Hidden value? For most circulated examples, the answer is no. It's a 5-cent coin. But if you stumble upon an uncirculated or error coin, you could be looking at a small premium. And who knows? Sometimes, the joy of discovery is worth more than the coin itself. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin celebrated Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers of the United States, and his home, Monticello, a symbol of his architectural ingenuity. This design became a staple in U.S. coinage and remained largely unchanged until 2004. The 2002 Jefferson nickel belongs to the pre-modern era of U.S. coinage, just 2 years before a significant redesign in 2004 as part of the Westward Journey nickel series. During this time, the U.S. Mint was producing coins with high mintages to meet demand for everyday commerce. Together, these mints produced over 1.3 billion nickels that year, ensuring their availability in circulation. Features a left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson, based on a medallion by Jean-Antoine Houdon.
End of an era before the major changes introduced in 2004, where new reverse designs commemorated Lewis and Clark's westward expedition. As a result, it represents the continuity of a long-standing design that remained largely untouched for over 65 years. While the 2002 Jefferson nickel is not considered rare, its historical importance lies in its connection to the traditional design that many Americans grew up with. Collectors value it for its simplicity and as a part of the greater story of U.S. coinage. Error coins and examples with full steps on Monticello are of particular interest. Schlag won a public contest in 1938 to design the Jefferson nickel. His original design for Monticello was modified by the mint to the version we see on the coin. Monticello is not just an architectural masterpiece but also a UNESCO World Heritage Site, highlighting Jefferson's contributions to art, science, and government. The 2002 Jefferson nickel is part of the final years of the original design before the Westward Journey series, 2004 to 2006, brought a fresh look to the coin. By exploring this history, collectors and enthusiasts can appreciate the 2002 Jefferson nickel as more than just pocket change, it's a piece of American heritage. In today's episode, we're diving into the details of the 1989 Jefferson nickel, a coin that's both historical and collectible. Stay tuned to find out what makes this coin special and how much it's worth today in circulated condition. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel. Its design features Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third U.S. president. The designer, Felix Schlag, won a competition to create the artwork for this coin. His depiction of Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, on the reverse became iconic. The 1989 Jefferson nickel belongs to this long-running series and carries the traditional design, which remained mostly unchanged until 2004, when the Westward Journey series was introduced. Composition ** 75% copper and 25% nickel. The total mintage for 1989 was significant, with 673,535,000 coins ** minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark. 661,226,000 coins ** minted in Denver, marked with a D. These large numbers make the 1989 Jefferson nickel a common coin, but there are still some interesting aspects to consider. So, let's talk about what you're really here for: the value of the 1989 Jefferson nickel in circulated condition. Because of its high mintage, the coin is generally easy to find and doesn't carry significant value in circulated grades. Here's a breakdown of its worth based on its condition. While circulated coins may not be worth much monetarily, they are still an excellent way to learn about American history and design. However, if you have an uncirculated coin or one with a mint error, it could fetch a higher price. Speaking of mint errors, keep an eye out for rare variants of the 1989 Jefferson nickel. Some errors to look for include: value varies, but these are always interesting to collectors, although not officially recorded for 1989, any unusual doubling on letters or numbers should be inspected by an expert. If you're collecting Jefferson nickels, here are some tips: a magnifying glass to check for errors or details. Use coin albums or protective flips to prevent damage. If you believe you have a high-grade coin, getting it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC can increase its value. So there you have it. The 1989 Jefferson nickel may not be a rare gem, but it's a fascinating piece of history that's still worth keeping an eye on. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, every coin has a story, and the Jefferson nickel is no exception. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938, marking a significant change in U.S. coinage. This 5-cent piece replaced the Buffalo nickel, which had been in circulation since 1913. The U.S. Mint sought a design that would honor a prominent figure from American history, and President Thomas Jefferson was the perfect choice due to his foundational role in the nation's history. To choose the new design, the U.S. Mint held a public competition, which attracted over 390 entries. The winning design came from sculptor Felix Schlag, who depicted Jefferson's profile on the obverse, front, of the coin and his Virginia home, Monticello, on the reverse, back. Schlag's original design underwent slight modifications before being minted, but his work became iconic and remained in use for over 65 years. Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States, 1801 to 1809, was a key figure in drafting the Declaration of Independence and was instrumental in the Louisiana Purchase of 1803, which doubled the size of the United States. His home, Monticello, reflects his love for architecture, agriculture, and science. The Jefferson nickel design honors these contributions and serves as a reminder of his legacy. The Jefferson nickel's design remained largely unchanged from 1938 to 2003, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. In 2004 and 2005, the Mint issued the Westward Journey series, commemorating Lewis and Clark's expedition with new reverse designs. By 2006, a completely redesigned obverse, featuring a forward-facing portrait of Jefferson, replaced Schlag's original profile. The 1989 Jefferson nickel continued the legacy of Felix Schlag's classic design. This year saw no significant changes in the coin's appearance or composition, but the large mintage reflected the growing demand for coins in the late 20th century. Over 1.3 billion nickels were struck between the Philadelphia and Denver mints in 1989, making it a very common coin. Thanks for joining me on this numismatic journey. If you've enjoyed learning about the 2002 Jefferson nickel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode of. Do you have a favorite coin or a story about a lucky find? Drop it in the comments below, I'd love to hear it. Until next time, happy collecting!